Bitcoin Miami 2021. Well, I hope you were able to make it. It was a fantastic experience, a lot of fun. The heat was intense in Miami, but some really cool updates, some big announcements that were really cool. But overall, I wanted to just share with you my thoughts. I was shocked that 2/3 of the people there were really Bitcoin maximalists. And I can't blame them for being excited about Bitcoin. I'm excited about Bitcoin because Bitcoin will lead, my guess is, the separation of money and state, meaning that governments can no longer steal your savings by overprinting their currency, which does have a detrimental effect on their own people over time, benefits them because they're able to reward their campaign donors highly by giving them special preferential front of the line treatment with those dollars they printed off, and it hurts their end voters who are unaware of what's really going on behind the scenes, or if they are aware, they're vaguely aware and not aware enough to change the politicians that are doing that. And so we're in this broken system that's heading one way, and that one way is down with the monetary system. And I don't see any politicians likely to step up and save that system because all their incentives are aligned towards trying to keep it going. So I get that part of Bitcoin maximalists. What I don't get is how they don't see. I get how Bitcoin is going to change monetary policy in the future, most likely. Or if anything else, it does become more of a replacement to gold, that it's a reserve currency. However, with Ethereum and smart contracts came what I call cryptocurrency version 2.0. And then many of the innovations since then, cryptocurrencies version like 3.0. So many of these projects that are altcoins that have so much potential to do well. Now, one of my favorite projects out there is Cardano. Who would have guessed, right? Now, this is my largest altcoin holding. And why? Well, let me go through with you why. To me, it's fairly simple. Now, I first heard of Cardano when it was 2017. It was on its way up. It was about 22 to 25 cents. And my friend said, hey, I heard ADA is really good and you should buy some. Now, I don't just buy something without looking at it closely. And as I was researching it, and I was still new to the space and trying to wrap my mind around it, didn't really understand what it was, and all of a sudden it was over $1, and I don't chase large green candles. And so what's nice is the bull run did end, and Cardano started to retrace. And when it hit about 12 cents, I was like, okay, and I made my first buy. Then I hit 8 cents, and I bought some more, and kept buying it. Now, what did I like about Cardano? Well, I like the idea that it was solving some of the problems with Ethereum, and there were a number of projects trying to solve that, but Cardano took an approach that I'm familiar with. See, when I was in the university, at first I thought I would study computers and went into computer science, and so I spent a year in a computer science major trying to understand, well, taking different programming classes and other things. And one of the big things they taught us in these programming classes was to really take the time to architect out what you're trying to do. Now, I didn't always do that. Sometimes I would jump in and I would start coding and stuff. What's funny is when I took the time to architect out what I was going to do, I had a much more solid program. And often it saved me tons of time because when I didn't do that, oftentimes I was trying to patch things later, and sometimes the bugs would come out that were really hard to track down. So often when I didn't take that time to design it all out, architect it all out, in some cases mathematically prove it would work, then I end up spending more time overall. Now, what is the approach Charles Hoskinson took? Exactly that. So he was with Ethereum. They realized, okay, there's some shortcomings to this. We can't handle the speeds that we need to. Oh my gosh, if this gets real network adoption, the transaction costs are going to be high. And they identified those problems pretty early, as well as some other problems. And they were talking about how to fix that. They were also talking about the direction of Ethereum in general and whether they would do a foundation or what direction. There were some disagreements, and many of the people went different ways. Charles Hoskinson going his own way. And he took the time when launching Cardano to hire some people to help him come up with the architecture of how this system that would fix all these flaws that came up during the Ethereum creation. and how they could make it work even better. So that story always made sense to me, having taken computer science. The other thing I love about Cardano is the transparency of Charles Hoskinson. Can you think of another project where the founder goes live on YouTube all the time, does all these AMAs, takes questions, they're not even softball questions, answers them. He's as transparent as you could get from a CEO. So yes, there have been delays, but he's been really transparent about why. And often when you're doing large scale things, they don't happen in a day. They don't even happen in a year. And so I'm really excited for what's going to be coming down the pipe in the next 3 months. And why the next 3 months? Well, supposedly that's when the Alonzo hard fork is supposed to come out, completing the Goguen release so that we have smart contracts for Cardano. Now, I don't know this for a complete fact, just Charles has alluded to it multiple times that they're building a bridge for Ethereum to Cardano. And he's talked about it so much, I think they're doing it exactly simultaneously so that when they roll out Cardano's hard fork to Alonzo and smart contracts are there, that they're also going to have this bridge ready or almost ready. So at the same time smart contracts are ready, a lot of these projects that are stuck on Ethereum with their high fees and they haven't ported over to Binance Smart Chain or whatever, they want a really good end solution, they're going to come over to Cardano. Now, can you imagine what this kind of action is going to do to the price? Yeah, I think it's going to be big. Now, do I know that? No, I just strongly suspect it. Just like I didn't know when I was buying Cardano at 2 cents. I didn't know that in, what are we at, June of 2021, that it would be like at $1.67 yet. Actually, I knew that it would hit over $1.67 as much as you can know something. I just didn't know it would hit it this soon, but I figured before the end of the bull run, it would do massive increases from where it was at. And it surely has, actually, and it's exceeded my expectations. Now, where can it go from here? I'm going to bring over the charts, and let's take a look at it. So we're looking at Cardano, and we're looking at it on the weekly versus Tether. Now, I am going to dial the time frame back just a little bit to the daily. And let's just draw a Fibonacci retracement out on this. And let's go from here to here. Now you can see it did a nice retracement after hitting its all-time high of $2.50, did a good retracement all the way down to the 61.8. Could it come down further? It could, but look at all this sideways action. Why? Because Cardano has so many people's attention. Why does it have so many people's attention? Probably because it's the most transparent project in history, right? As far as being in the cryptocurrency space, I can't think of a project that's been as transparent as Cardano. The only one even close is probably Celsius with Alex Mashinsky. When he did so many AMAs, I think he might even still do them. But it really helps the community to understand what's going on, get a feel for the CEO, get a feel for their integrity level. And so I think that's been fantastic for Cardano, building such a community. And this community is extremely loyal to it. And am I loyal to Cardano? I love it. Now, I don't talk about it all the time. Why? There's so many great YouTube creators out there that talk about it every single day, and they go into technical details that I don't. I'm a fundamental analysis investor. Though I had some computer science, I understand some of it. I don't have my own Cardano staking pool. I don't have any intention for that. I hold Cardano as an investor. Will I sell it when I feel like we're getting to the end of the bull market? Yes, only so I can buy more back cheaper. Some of you may be thinking, well, what if it doesn't come back cheaper? My guess is it will. It almost always does. In the rare case that it doesn't, well, oh well. Cardano still made me incredible amounts of money. So where is it going to go from here? So we're bouncing around at $1.60. Now, in the coming 3 months, heading towards our Alonzo, I think they say buy the rumor, sell the news. So I expect a lot of the appreciation in the next 5-month period will come in the following 3 months as we get close to the Alonzo hard fork, especially if companies make some announcements prior to the Alonzo hard fork that they are going to be coming out on Cardano or moving over to Cardano. We also have some projects that are being built on Cardano coming through CardStarter and some of the other launch pads. So that's pretty exciting. Now, my short-term target for the next 3 months is somewhere around $6. And that would put it right around the 1.618. Now, could it hit higher than this? Yes. But we are talking about the next 3-month period. So basically from now till then, that's about where this blue line is. And so if you look at this trajectory, that was a terrible drawing, but I don't ever pretend to be an artist. See how that puts us right in line with about there, and that's why my guess is we'll be somewhere around there. It could be $8, whatever. So am I still holding all my Cardano? Yes, I'm holding essentially all of it. I picked up some more when it retraced a couple months back to $1 after being higher than that. I think I got it at $1.02. Have I continued picking it up? No, I'm pretty heavy on Cardano. I feel very strong about my holdings. And at that point will probably be my take profit 1 zone. Well, what may happen from there is you might see a retracement coming back down. So let's just say that does play out. So say we start here on this graph and we go up to, say, $7. We're just going to use that because it's another number. Then we might then have a retracement. I'm going to take this off logarithmic scale if you don't mind. I just think it's going to give me a little bit more clarity on what I want to be seeing. So, where did we go here? Yes. So we come up to about $7. It hits that. Now, after this news breaks, and, you know, buy the rumor, sell the news. And so when the news breaks and stuff, there might be a retracement. And that retracement, if I'm able to sell before the news completes and it's launched and everything, then sometimes it still pumps after, but often there's then a big retracement. And that big retracement, I'd be setting up to buy some more back and then ride it through one more wave forward. Now, that does make us think about, when is this bull market going to end? It could go as long as May of next year. Now, we don't know how long it's going to go, but the full bull market may go as long as that much. I did analysis on a video a little while ago on what it could go to, and so it could go to May. Now, so if it comes here, it'll probably come back down, and then I think we get one more parabolic move, hitting some of my price targets I've given before on Cardano. And some people say they're completely unrealistic. I had some people, when I made these predictions, of $20, $21, and then $30 as I saw the way things were playing out. And they said, that'll never happen. Cardano will never even hit $3. Well, we hit 250 and we're not even near the end of the bull run, even though I know a few people are saying it's the end of the bull run. I just don't see that. The way I'm looking at it completely contradicts with that view. I think we had a really big pump early in the year, like a huge pump early in the year. That's often, and it's better if we look at the Bitcoin chart for that. But let me show you what I'm thinking. BTC, USD, that'll work. Okay. I don't want the weekly. I just like the daily better than the weekly. I know weekly overall helps you see the timelines better, but okay, it does not want to remove the drawings. So we pumped so much so early in the year. I mean, look at this. So since September, we went all the way up here to 65,000. We're seeing a big retracement here. And what my guess is overall that we're going to see with Bitcoin is some action like this for not for that long though, probably for a couple months, and then I think we take off to the races. Now, if it plays out like this, that's a perfect setup for Cardano to really pump the next 3 months as people get bored with what's going on in Bitcoin and they're really focusing on the altcoins. And I do think Cardano is going to be one of the best runners, but I do think Polkadot and Kusama, a few other ones, going to be really front of mind because of the parachain auctions that they'll be taking off as well. So What else is on my mind? Well, I'm always looking at what altcoins out there are the best to pick up that are cheap. I know I've shared with you a number of times, but the ones really hot on my mind, some ones that came out about 3 months ago, had massive pumps, have now been experiencing massive retracements with a lack of news. There's a lot of selling pressure because a lot of the pre-sale investors and IDO investors have tokens, and the pre-sale investors getting their tokens unlocked. And there's not a lot of buying pressure on them. And so projects like Split, ticker symbol is ShopX. Look at this kind of chart. This is what I love to see. So it came out, went all the way to almost $5, has now retraced to 25 cents. That's what I love to see. So it's retraced to 5% of what it was. Did I have that right? Yeah, 5%, because it came down 90% to about just under 50 cents, and now it's below 24 cents. So it's come down 95% of its retracement. Now, it's not to pre-sale price or anything yet. I don't think it will, but look at this nice rounded bottom. So I like this one. There were some other ones that came out in that time that did really well, and EOS may get even cheaper. EOS is a strong potential contender that'll do really well this alt season, possibly even before. So these ones I'm mentioning now, these are ones that could be fantastic long-term projects that survive to 20 years from now. Will they? Well, it really depends on how good their leadership does. But it went all the way up to 220, has come down to 42 cents. Now this one like 300x from its pre-sale price. It could come down further, because just realize there's a lot of pre-sale investors that got a heck of a lot cheaper than this. So they can still sell when their tokens get unlocked and be in vast amounts of profit. But you are seeing a rounded bottom here. Another one I haven't heard any updates on, but I remember when they came out, I was not able to get into the pre-sale or initial DEX offering. Oh man. Okay, so that's fine. Nice rounded bottom here. You could even see another leg down, but it went up as high as 284. It's down to 37 cents. So not a 90% retracement, but what is that, an 80% retracement? That's a solid retracement. And you can buy these now. Where do you buy them? Mostly Uniswap, though some of them are on PancakeSwap because they also are on the Binance Smart Chain. I know EOS is. So we're looking at shadows. And let me go back to EOS. If you look at the markets here, it'll tell you PancakeSwap. So that means it does have a token that's been bridged over the Binance Smart Chain. So if you're able to and you buy it here, you're just going to pay lower fees than you will on Uniswap. And then Split, let's see, I don't remember. It may not be bridged yet, and that's okay. Like, if it is, great. Sometimes it doesn't always show up here as soon as it is. But I've been buying this on Uniswap, all three of these on Uniswap. EOS, I bought some on Binance Smart Chain too, because I know it's on there. All right, so that's what's on my mind. I do believe Cardano's going to the moon. I do keep an eye on all the altcoins. I'm not just tribal in that I back one coin and one coin only, because I don't put all my eggs in one basket. Though when I see a super strong basket with amazing potential, I do put a lot of my eggs in that basket. And that biggest basket has been Cardano for a long time. Longtime believer, still huge fan. Not like I've ever lost faith in this project. In fact, Charles, whenever there's setbacks, comes out, keeps everyone updated. You couldn't be happier with how a project and team have been running things. So, cool. It's good to be back. I hope you had a good weekend. If you're worried about where the price is going to go on Bitcoin and other things, look, it could come down more than this. And I hope it does, from a standpoint of it's just time to buy more, and more things will be cheaper. And none of what I have was I planning to sell in the next 3 months anyway. So it coming down, I don't see that as a bad thing. I only see that as a good thing, because I still believe that later this year we have some parabolic movements ahead of us. And that's just my best guess as an investor. Now, with full disclosure, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm definitely not your financial advisor. If you're looking for that, that's not me. I'm a guy on YouTube that's been investing in crypto for 4 years. I've been an investor in real estate and other things for 20 years. like to think I know what I'm doing, but maybe I don't. You know, I've done well for me, but I don't try to do well for you. That's up to you to make those choices. I just share with you what I'm thinking about, how I'm thinking about it, and knowing that that may benefit you or may not. I don't know. But, you know, if you want to get more content like that, join the team. I call you the rainmakers. Why? You're not making it rain for me. You're making it rain for you. That's what's important. I do care about how people perform and do. I try to give you my best thoughts as I see them so that, you know, it can inform the way you think. Now, why do I do that? See, I was blessed to have some very, very bright people take me under their wing and share with me how they thought. Now, they never told me what to buy and what not to buy. They gave me something much more valuable, which is about how they thought about investments and how they identified the ones that they were interested in, because that was teaching me how to fish. So what I enjoy doing is giving back to you and teaching you how to fish in ways that have helped make my portfolio do extremely well for me, in hopes that as you learn these principles, you'll still make some mistakes, and hopefully you don't make any really big mistakes like trading on leverage and other things that can wreck you, so that you can have a better financial future. Now, if you want to tune more in and get more than just the videos when I do them, you can join our Telegram group. It's in the description below. If you do spam some kind of dumb project, or you're some kind of spammer, or you're reaching out to people trying to scam them out of their money, we will block you and ban you. Of course we will. Also, I will note that when we upload these YouTube videos, there's always some scammer that like takes a copy of my thumbnail and pretends to be me and tries to get you to call a WhatsApp number. That's not me. And if you're new to crypto, don't fall for that. There are endless amounts of people trying to get your funds. So I'm here to give you the way I think about it and add value to your lives. If you want more, join us on Telegram. You can keep updated there, and I'll continue to deliver to you the best content I can. Realize I am newer to YouTube. I've only had this channel for 5 months, 5.5 now, I guess getting close to 6. I'm new to creating YouTube videos and how to set this all up, but I'm not new to investing. So if you're looking for the best produced channel, well, I'm working on that. If you're looking for solid ways to think about things like an investor so that you can become down the road an investor with 20 years experience, well, that's what I'm sharing with you. All right, guys, I thank you for your time. Thank you for joining me. Looking forward to seeing you next time. Join our Telegram group. Also, I'm on Twitter at CryptoRain with 2 N's, because for some reason somebody took at CryptoRain with the 1 N, but at CryptoRain with 2 N's. Go ahead and follow me there. I do post on there some things that are on my mind and some of the projects I'm excited about, and we will see you next time.
Success is falling, flowing like rain. The timing's right, we're getting paid. Come on, rainmakers, let's make